Shaheem Reed, the Rap on Wrestling podcast. I'm here with my guys, E. Will, Spiff TV, Nick, 816. Ari is somewhere in the atmosphere. He'll be joining us shortly. We just finished watching Friday Night SmackDown. And guys, I gotta say, after Money in the Bank, I was most excited to hear what the hell Jacob Fatu had to say. I was looking forward to the big confrontation. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa. Maybe we might get some new members of the bloodline. Hikaleo officially debuted in a dark match right before SmackDown. I was excited. We get to SmackDown. Jacob doesn't open the show, but we saw him on Instagram early in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, getting to the arena. He comes on like almost to the midway point of the show. He gives a cool promo. He's getting some catchphrases going that I think the people are gonna gravitate towards. He's already making his face ascent. He's shouting out the city that he was in, Lexington, Kentucky. He's getting the love back. He's showing the love to the city. He talked about, Solo was trying to take credit for everything he did. And just when I thought Solo was coming out, we got Solo via the goddamn satellite footage. Solo was live via satellite. I was so disappointed, man. I wanted to see them in the ring together, especially after Money in the Bank. Like, we've been waiting a long time for the guys to start beefing. Well, they was already beefing, but waiting for the beef to come to a explosion. And I thought it fell flat. I gotta be honest with you. I thought it fell flat. I wanted to see Solo in the ring with Jacob face to face. They said they're gonna do it next week. And again, I feel like they've been dragging this whole thing out.
Another note,
Midge,
I don't like
yeah.
how he wears the belt, like wears it backwards.
John Cena wears it backwards too, though.
Yeah, but
Roman wear it
John
backwards.
Cena, I mean, what is like cool, like when you wear your backpack, you like have the strap. You know what I'm saying?
You,
But I mean,
hey, Spiff. I think that's an Easter egg for because that's how Roman be rocking his sometimes, and he's
backwards.
always with. I always because if you watch some old videos from Mania 2 years ago, even Jacob was behind him walking to the ring before he signed with the company. So
I like when he has it around his neck. Like when he come around his neck, that shit's hard.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
showing. You got to show
yeah,
that gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit's tough.
yeah. I definitely agree.
But yeah, what y'all think of the segment, guys? I was disappointed. I wanted to see him in the ring. I wanted to see some new members come out, and we didn't get none of that. What do you think, Nick?
It was a little lackluster, like you said. He was popping his shit a little bit, like getting a good little reaction, but then cut short by Solo. Wish we could have saw it a little bit more, but it was dope. Could I wanted to see more. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
For sure. E, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it fell a little flat. That just like I guess visually, man, I would have liked to see a lit room maybe, and maybe Solo's arm in a sling while he's delivering that promo, something like that. Because Jacob destroyed him at Money in the Bank. Like that was harsh. That wasn't no light beating he gave him. And but yeah, it fell flat. I think it would have felt better if it probably would have landed better if he was face to face.
I mean, he was
And if
there. That was
Jake,
probably a back room. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but there and then if Jacob actually spoke a little bit more, he didn't get a chance to really speak,
Mm.
so but I think Solo's point was made. And we won't be hearing "I love you" Solo. I know that.
Definitely ain't gonna be hearing the I
Hell
love you
no.
solo joint. Definitely ain't gonna be hearing that. John Cena started the whole night off, which I thought was dope. I mean, John Cena is really taking this farewell tour seriously. To be honest with you, man, like the guy is he's showing up. John Cena is. I think he's been on more shows than Roman and Gunther combined. Like the guy is, he's showing up. He started off the show. He was interrupted by, he was telling people about his master plan, how he belongs on the Mount Rushmore by himself. He did the die line, die line, die line, and die line. He said he's the only ones on the Mount Rushmore. Cody Rhodes came out to interrupt him. Then we had Randy Orton come out and interrupt Cody. And I like the interaction between Cody and Randy. How Randy said, "I love you like a brother," but I got to get to this title. I was this close at Backlash. R-Truth made me lose, and if I got to go through you to get it, I'm gonna get it. Then LA Knight came out. I thought it was a major moment for LA Knight, man. He's in the ring with three legends. He called them. I forgot what he called them, but he was like, "This is the front line of the company." To paraphrase what he was saying, he called Cena a balding bitch, and he was getting into it. I thought LA Knight held his own on the mic. Really dope opening segment to get us hyped up for the beginning of SmackDown. That's why I thought, oh man, they got Jacob coming out. It's gonna be crazy, but no Jacob. What'd you think of the opening segment?
I mean, me and E were kind of talking before the pod a little bit that about Cena and the whole heel turn, us trying to still kind of grasp it. You know what I'm saying? Like it. I know you say he's there, he's showing up, and he's on every show, he's on every PLE, but it's still hard for me to grasp the heel turn a little bit, man. Like I'm trying to get into the story a little bit, but I mean, or at least him pitching that to us, but it's hard with the dad shoes and the socks.
He's always had that. That was always his.
I know, but it's just, but like my thing is if you're gonna push it like that, man, like I don't know, I
For
just want to
me,
see something different.
if he would have went, yeah. For me, him turning heel, he should have came out all black. Whole
Yeah, there we
wardrobe shit.
go.
That would have been the
Right.
vibe. You
He's
know what
still
I'm
all
saying?
colorful, bro.
He could
Like
he
it's
could have
too
been in
vibrant.
dress pants with like fitted shirts and some shit. Yeah,
He's
for
still
sure.
trying to. He's a heel, still trying to sell merch.
Like he
You
did.
know.
We thought it was gonna change when we saw him at Raw and he had the Travises on,
Right.
but
But then
but I
again,
know.
that's the point that he wants. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to give us what we want. So
Ain't no
hey,
change. I think he's
yeah.
wearing APL.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my guy's brand. But yeah, he was wearing
Yeah.
their brand when they did the whole Rock situation. But yeah, man.
Like, yeah, Nick, for me, it's just the whole reasoning for turning heel. Like, there was so many other ways that could have been more interesting that they could have went. The fans are still cheering, so it's like
Right.
it's not really it's not
Right.
really grasping.
It
You know what I'm
starts with
saying?
chance and then it leads to the booze. Like you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird.
Yeah. So I can't say that it's ruining wrestling or anything. It's just it needs a little something more. Yeah, and I don't mean I don't need The Rock to show up at the actual next pay per view and just throw two fingers up and slash his throat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It just Cena. It's like Cena. He needs to destroy like something. Like
No, I agree.
Did you see
it
that thing?
just
Did you
There's
see that
it's
something
thing?
like the
missing. There's just something missing, bro.
it's like it's low hanging fruit. His promos is like the easiest. He's just saying the typical
Right.
what a bad guy would say, like, and we don't believe you. Like, you wouldn't be the biggest movie star if it wasn't for these people. So it's like it's tough. Like, I don't know.
It's
Janelle,
tough.
I
Yeah.
think I think a simple fix is to go full on Dr. Thugonomics. I mean, you don't have to rap, of
That's what I
course,
said.
but
Yep.
I just think you need to bring that persona back. I mean, that was the Hill persona.
Mm-hmm.
It was
100%.
cool. That was when he was at his coolest. That's it.
Yo,
Right.
it'd be something simple as just throw a pair of Reebok pumps on real quick. Like something. Like throw
Right.
a go throw the Tretch chain like you
Chain
used to
on.
wear.
Uh,
The metal chain
right. Throw
with
his
the
hat on
lock.
backwards or something, bro. Just a little bit of
What,
something.
what is it?
I mean, the graphics are black. You see his name in black.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just I don't know, man. I think they dropped the ball with how they started it, and it's like they just it felt like they throwing tissue at the wall,
Did
saying
you
with sticks.
see that that link I sent in the group text about how the idea that he's still in the Bray Wyatt funhouse?
Yeah,
I
That's
did
kind of
see
Yeah,
that.
cool.
I did
Yeah, you
see
got
yeah.
that.
yeah, that's
That
kind of cool.
that
he's
was
stuck in the
cool.
For my
funhouse.
conspiracy theorists,
That
yeah, for
he's still
sure.
stuck in that. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah, I
that
was a
that
good
would be
bet on
fine.
That would be
Yeah,
fine.
Who's gonna help him out?
man. That'd
Who's
be
gonna pull him
interesting.
out?
mm-mm.
There he goes,
Oh,
young Ari.
CM Punk.
young Ari in the building.
Yo,
You.
We
Think
was
you still
just we was
vertical, big
just
dog?
yeah, you gotta take that lock off. We was just talking
I,
about the
ah,
opening. Ari's joining us. He's logging on right now. Give him a second to get right.
I do see a face turn coming by SummerSlam.
By SummerSlam, why by SummerSlam,
I don't
and
know.
why do you see the face turn coming?
I think that's a big deal because I mean, where has The Rock been? He's supposed to be The Rock's champion, and he's like has no presence. So he's I don't know. Maybe he realizes he's getting jerked around or but something. But I they gonna have to pivot soon. That's just my feeling.
Well, I think he kind of alluded to it earlier when he was talking. He was saying some malarkey about I had you guys thinking that I sold my soul and all of that type of
Hmm.
stuff. So he
Mm.
kind of alluded that forget all of that. That was just cap. That was just BS. That was all the part of his master plan. We was talking about the opening segment, Cena with Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and LA Knight coming out. What'd you think of that opening segment, Aaron?
cool. Nothing out of the ordinary to me. You know, glad to see John Cena came out twice on SmackDown. It's kind of unheard of. You know what I mean? So the more we actually see Cena, I think the better for the show. It's time for him to wrestle, man. So let's see what Ron Killings has in store for him next week.
Next week, baby.
Out of those guys, just forget about the whole King of the Ring tournament for a minute. But out of those four who was in the ring with him, and we'll add CM Punk to the mix. LA Knight, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. Who would y'all like to see if you were booking? Who would you like to see to be the guy to beat John Cena next? I'll start with you, Nick.
Oh man.
Forget the
Only
tournament and stipulations. Just if you was just booking right now,
I'm gonna just say
who?
after what I saw today in the ring with Randy and John, like I like that, man. I liked what just what they were rekindling. I like the promo he was cutting in the ring, man. I would say Randy right now.
Okay, what about you, Spiff?
CM Punk, dethrone. CM Punk needs a belt already, and then he needs to turn heel too. I'm waiting for Punk to turn heel, man. Fuck.
Wait. Why would CM Punk turn heel? He is probably the most popular right now. I don't think there's
I
nobody
like
more
when he's
popular than
heel, when he's
Punk.
talking shit and going bad. And I don't like when he's touching the ground and praying and the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like the
You don't
you
want
know what
the hey, you don't want the these fans are my boss, CM Punk.
I want the I
Yeah.
want the tape. I want the black X's. I want him to go bad on everybody.
I mean,
Oh man.
he's still doing it. Like Punk is still going bad. He went bad on Cena tonight. He hit him with some facts. He was like, "Yo, you doing everything that I did in
He started
2011."
talking Star Wars.
Nah, he was telling John Cena. He was like, "Yo, you doing what I did in 2011. You I won the belt. I left with the belt. I think Punk right now, as far as promos, He's number one. I don't think nobody is talking that talk better than Punk right now. And I think the energy you could feel it. Jay Uso has an incredible intros, but I think Punk is the number one most over right now. Beyond Roman, beyond Cody, beyond Jay, it's CM Punk right now. I think he's the most popular. I can't see him turning. I can't see him turning heel no time soon. I agree he would make a great heel, but he's having such a great. I don't even think he could really turn heel like that anymore. I think the people love him so much.
But
It's
yeah,
starting
he
to
can
get
be heel where they love him, like
Mm.
some fucking Stone Cold shit.
Like he could
but
get
Stone
tired of
hasn't
keep
turned
losing
him
the
yet.
big match and he start cheating to win and
He's straight edge, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes need to dye his hair black and grow the mustache out. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, as long as they don't change
You're
their
trying to
songs, they're gonna
ruin
be straight.
wrestling.
You're
Yeah.
trying to
You're
First
trying
of
to
all, they
ruin
need to change
wrestling.
Nakamura's song back. I don't know why they having a
Yeah.
stupid Nakamura song. It's not
Cause
his
they
theme
trying to
song.
future endeavor him. They're trying
Yeah,
to
you doing.
future.
Yeah, you doing. Yeah, you doing that. You change Finn's music, like Finn. Like, what's up?
Yeah. It's like they only give a certain amount of people the hot music. It's a lot of really corny or just middle of the road songs right now. It used to be like everybody's song used to be hitting, man. Like even the
Yo,
mid carders was hitting.
Jim Johnston and CFO sitting at home laughing. That's all they doing.
But did Tony Khan go find Jim Johnson?
Oh nah, but he'll actually get real songs for the
Oh yeah,
people to come to the ring to that they like. Yeah.
Tony Khan cuts the check, like just like Juice Cassidy got fucking Orange Cassidy
And
got the
and
banger.
5 years later, they didn't replace the songs with made up garbage like they did DDP and everybody else when they changed their songs around. They kept it the same from the first. Like I like it. I like it.
Hmm.
You know
What you
when you
gotta say?
watch the old like the old stuff, they didn't license the music, so they had to change the music. Like when New Jack come to the ring on the old ECW.
Mhm.
Oh man, he's coming to the ring the natural born killers.
What's legend is like Triple A. They just take everybody's music. They don't pay no
Don't give a
royalties
fuck.
and shit.
They don't pay
They don't give a
shit.
fuck. That
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker
Send me that. Yeah.
Like Parker been coming out to Michael Jackson Thriller for years, for 20, 30 years,
Send me
yo.
that cease and desist.
They reached out. I replayed some shit, but they never used it.
That's funny.
If you was booking right now, who would be the person out of those people I named to dethrone John Cena?
I don't know if you name Truth, but I don't understand why they even bring him back or have him in this segment if he's not going to take the belt from Cena. Like it don't make sense. He about to have another match against Cena, and it's going to be another non-title match. It don't make sense. Doesn't make sense, man. He has the beef with Cena. He has the storyline with Cena. So what do you have Truth actually doing? It doesn't make sense if he doesn't take the belt from him.
He's creating a moment. He's creating moments. He's running in and knocking
Fuck
up
all them
John
moments.
Cena.
Nah, fuck
That's
all
what they
them
want.
moments. Let
The
let him get the
fan,
belt.
the
Let him
the
get the belt.
analytics tell them that the fans want
We ain't worried
moments.
about analytics or none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like let Ron Killings then cut his hair off, man. He looked like a wild man right now. The bald
He out
hair
here
with the
with the Minoru
lines.
Suzuki, Minoru
Nah, he
He looked
look
Suzuki
crazy.
haircut.
He looked crazy. Let that man get the belt, man.
He called Minoru Suzuki. He said, "Let me see your barber real quick."
I'm
Get
gonna
that
be
man on the
honest.
phone.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Big up the Ron Killings, our truth. We love him, but he's getting. It's cool what he doing, but he's getting overshadowed by CM Punk. Like CM Punk
Why
versus
does
John
CM Punk
Cena,
have a title match? Why does he have a
cause
title
he
match?
cause he came out and challenged John Cena to the title match.
And he gets a title match just like that. Damn,
You
Truth
see it?
did that and he ain't get a title match. So what's
He ain't
up?
challenged him. He said he won the fight. He never once said I want the title.
What if
That's
they
We
make
haven't
it
bullshit.
heard the title.
a triple threat with R-Truth, Ron Killings, and Cena? That would be tight. That would be dope. Play
I
off
say
his little
Truth
schizo
beats up
shit.
everybody until he gets a title shot. Let him jump everybody until he get a title shot.
I mean,
Yep.
hey, guess what? You heard how Randy was talking tonight.
He cost him the
Randy ain't
title.
forgive him. Randy ain't
Mm-mm.
let bygones be bygones. He got an RKO coming in his future. That might be the SummerSlam match. Ron and
Who?
Truth Killings against Randy. He got an RKO coming to him.
Oh,
We don't want to see that.
Killing.
We don't want to see that. We don't want to
I
see that.
mean,
And
who is
let's
Randy
face
going?
it,
Who's Randy
Randy
going to fight?
lost. Randy lost.
Remember
Yo,
how
when
about how
And
Randy
you
about
when
lost
let
you
because
Truth?
of
lose, you don't get another
R-Truth.
title shot. You gotta go to the back of the line.
Yeah,
yo,
Truth didn't lose
That's
a
why.
title shot.
That's why he's in King of the Ring.
Yeah, but Truth didn't lose a title shot.
I mean, Truth lost the match though. He did
Not
lose
a
that
title.
match.
Hell, CM Punk then lost matches and he just get a title shot just like that. So if we calling a spade, if you lose, obviously you don't go to the back of the line. You know what I'm saying? So let Truth get a title shot. What you bring him back for?
I think he
they
should have
brought him
got the
back. They
title
got
shot
forced. They got
at
forced to bring him back.
Well,
I think he
forced to
should have
give
got the
that.
title shot at Saturday Night's main event, but
hmm
I
All
don't
right,
know. I don't see him. I
that
don't see
man that's
him winning
standing
the
behind
title.
E Will deserves a title shot, man. That picture look crazy,
Yo,
by the way.
He
yo,
looks
Where
did
crazy,
you
man.
did you guys get a chance to hear what Rikishi said about how they've been booking his son? Yo, Nick, you pull up that audio right there. Let's hear what Rikishi had to say about Jey Uso losing the belt.
All right, 1 second.
Should get it.
let's
Should
go
be
to
ready.
the videotape.
all
Talk
I was
that
thinking
talk,
about,
Rikishi.
all I was thinking about
Talk that
was
talk.
Michael B. Jordan dad going up to Ryan Coogler like, I don't like the way you present my son. Fire everybody in the department.
Damn, he said that.
No, that's how he's
Nah,
saying.
no,
That's
Oh, I'm
that's
how
about to
that's
he.
say what?
that's
You
how.
you we'll give you we'll play it and you give
Yeah,
your
you got to see it, man.
All right, hold up.
Rikishi, we love him. He's a legend, Hall of
Rikishi.
Famer. He's
But
still in
yo,
that. It's still real to
he
me, damn it.
Will
Category.
Rikishi's so legend. Hold on before you press like Rikishi's so legend at his at WrestleCon. He had his booth and he's selling Yeet shirts
That's crazy.
with his son on the artwork and shit. But they'll play that.
All right.
I didn't think it was justice. I didn't think it was fair. 51 days, that was it. I mean, in a continental belt, a short run, that was it. Like, what is it? What is it against my boy that you just feel like when you had done that to Randy Orton, if you threw the belt on Randy Orton for him, would you have done that to, John Cena? I mean, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
He
Talk
went
about
in
Yeah,
it,
man.
deeper.
guys.
That was a clip. He went in even
Right.
deeper.
Yeah.
He said that whoever's writing for him should be fired.
Not the road dog.
Triple
Damn.
H.
Whoever made the decisions should be fired.
Not the
Not the
road
I
Triple
dog.
mean,
H.
listen. I don't think they need to be fired, but Rikishi also went on to say that
They could have gave him a good
Jay
story.
they could have gave him a better storyline. And they could have gave him better opponents for this title run. He really only had Logan Paul. He was thrown into the beef with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed against CM Punk and Sami Zayn and all of that. Um, it did feel a little underwhelming as far as what he had to fight, especially him having to be at Saturday Night's main event, teaming with Cody against John Cena and Randy Orton. I'm sorry, at Money in the Bank, not Saturday Night's main event, but What do you think about what Rikishi had to say? Did they do Jay wrong with the
Ari,
writing around his title run?
Of course. Yes, he's right. And it's not just because it's his dad, like he's speaking facts. They Intercontinental belt, even hell, even when he won with Cody, they stripped him of the belt right quickly. You know what I'm saying? So he's not holding the belts for a long time. He won the main belt, and they ain't even give him a storyline. They should have ran it back with Gunther like immediately. They
I mean,
just they just threw him in everything.
they took Drew McIntyre. He had it for like 35 seconds.
Hey, Drew, you're not pushing the needle, but that actually helped Drew. Remember, Drew had the belt, and that was what during COVID time. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't pushing the needle. You know what I'm saying? So Drew actually came out looking better. Social media troll of the year. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
he made
I
his
mean,
own destiny with it,
he was a
and
pandemic
he had
champ.
bangers. He had bangers. He had feuds. He had a feud with Sheamus that was crazy. He had a feud with Priest that was crazy. Him beefing with CM Punk, which is crazy. Jay ain't had no feud. You can't even call Gunther a feud because they paused it. They threw Pat McAfee in the mix. Like what the hell was that? For
Yeah.
what? So I agree with Rikishi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's pulling the string, so I can't say who should get fired. I don't know if that's Kurt Angle's son back there. I don't know if that's the Road Dog. I like both of them.
Jason Jordan.
Uh, yeah,
Hunter's
Oh,
in charge of creative, so Hunter got
you
a
know,
green
if
light
it's
everything.
Triple H, of course I'm not gonna say fire Triple H, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like you get the belt and you hold it for a short amount of time with no feuds. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
don't,
agree with him.
I don't like that he loses it on a random Raw. I mean, I understand the shock,
Yeah, it
the
should have been
shock
at
and
a pay.
all of it.
Yeah, it should
yeah,
have been
But
a.
PLE is
at
crazy.
least let him defend it in Saudi, or let him take it to the SummerSlam. I think all of us on here knew he wasn't gonna hold it for like a year or do a Roman Reigns type run. But like I said, I think he should have at least held it to a Survivor Series. But if they
Yo,
was gonna if he was gonna lose the belt this fast, my thing is I would have, instead of Gunther beating him again, because I feel like he jumped over the Gunther hurdle. It's like he beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Okay, Gunther gets his rematch, but I don't think he should have beat Jay. I think what they should have did was Gunther has him in the sleeper hole. He's fighting the sleeper. He's not going to tap. He's look like he's going to fade. And as soon as he starts fading, we hear Seth's music. The goons come out. Gunther's fighting the goons off. Seth cashes in. And while Jay is trying to get to his feet, he gives him the curb stomp while Gunther's, outside fighting Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That way, Gunther still looks strong because he didn't lose. Jay still looks strong because he didn't tap, he didn't give up, he didn't fall asleep, but he got cashed in. A lot of people get cashed in for the thing for the title. This one with him, with Gunther putting him back to sleep and him losing again, like I think 5 out of 6 times he's lost to Gunther. It pulls him just a step back as far as the Gunther thing is concerned, and he had got over that hurdle. So I don't know why they pulled him backwards.
Yeah,
yeah.
and what's the threshold? Because if Gunther loses, he doesn't go to the back of the line. So he gets his rematch after fighting Pat McAfee. He gets a rematch. Cody loses the strap, and he got to go on King of the Ring to get the belt back. So it's like, what's the threshold for losing the belt and getting a rematch? It feel kind of random.
It
Hmm.
does. We was talking
Gunther
about
has
this
not
earlier.
even after Pat McAfee. He hasn't even wrestled anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like, damn, you just get a title shot just like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And I think it would have been more exciting too if Gunther, if Seth would have cashed in Money in the Bank, and then Gunther has to enter King of the Ring again, and not only defend his King of the Ring win from last year, he's pissed off because he wants to go for the belt. I think that would have been a more compelling story, because now Jay, they announced it today that that open slot for another wrestler, they were saving it for either Jay or Gunther, whoever lost that match. So instead of Jay being granted a title match right off the bat, he has to go in Money in the Bank and earn that match, with which I think is, I'm disgusted with that, because when Roman lost his belt, he disappeared. When Cody lost his belt, he disappeared. When Gunther lost the belt, he didn't out and out disappear, but he wasn't really active. When Jay Uso loses the belt, he's back at Raw the very next week. So why can't he have a title match? It used to be back in the days, when you lose the belt, you automatically have that title clause um in your contract. They're not doing a lot of house shows, so they can't even say that, oh well, Jay got his rematch in, Nebraska on Thursday and he lost. They can't even say that because they're not even doing house shows. So it's like it is random, and I think they're doing a poor job of these title rematches. I think they gotta be more consistent with how they're booking these title rematches, because what Ari's saying, they are really random. Ewell, what do you think?
Um, it feels like it feels just like just everything is all business related. You know what I'm saying? From the bringing the truth back to the J title reign, it just feels like maybe decisions being made by TKO and board members more so than Triple H and creative. Um, I don't know. Like, why is Goldberg and Gunther going for the belt? It makes absolutely zero sense.
Goldberg, dog.
They it's like they didn't learn when they took the belt off Bray to give it to Goldberg. It's like they didn't learn. Like,
That was so whack. Goldberg.
Yeah. Shouts to
but
Goldberg, man. I
Shout
met
out
his
to
son the other
Goldberg,
day.
man.
yeah,
Yeah, his son's cool as shit.
it's like banging your
How
head
how would
against the
you how
wall.
would you have booked it, Ari? How would you have booked um Jay these past couple of months?
So I would have just gave him a couple of feuds, because if you look at it, out of all the champions, like, he was fighting the most. He was fighting on
Yeah.
Raws. He would pop at main event. He's on other PLEs. He pops on SmackDown every, you know what I'm saying? So he's been active. And that's not even, that's on TV. We don't know what he's doing, off the screen.
Hmm.
So he's been real active in those 51 days, while other champions, hell, we might not even seen them wrestle in once in 51 days. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, when Gunther
Cena's been
had the
active
belt, he
though.
was chilling.
I will give it to Cena though.
Cena's been
Yes.
active talking. Yes, he's been
In the
active
wrestling.
talking, but we need him to wrestle. We can see you. You know what I'm saying? We need you to
he
actually
he he fought
wrestle.
that. Wait, let's be fair. He's for that backlash. He fought that Saturday night's main event. He fought that Money in the Bank. He's
You're
gonna
naming
fight at Night of
PLEs.
Champions.
You're naming
Yeah,
PLEs. So
yeah.
if PLEs are every 30 days, you're wrestling every month.
Well, no, the PLEs nowadays are like every 2 weeks. Like the PLEs
But
He's
I
not
mean,
wrestling
look, look,
every
Jay
PLE though.
Jay wrestled on fucking Raw and lost the belt. Like,
He wrestles
Yeah.
on Raw. He pops on SmackDown to help out his people. So he's wrestling every week, twice in a week, most of the times
he's
on
getting
TV.
active. He's
So
getting
Cena
active.
Cena popping on SmackDown. Get a wrestling match, dog. We don't need you to talk for 15 minutes. Ain't nobody trying to hear
Yeah.
that. Mount
No, I
Rushmore,
agree
you
with
want
you,
Mount
bro.
Rushmore 4 times. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. He came on SmackDown twice today. That could have been a match. Could have been a match. He could have fought Truth
Saying a
tonight.
whole lot of nothing. That
Yeah.
I
Ain't
think
nobody
Nick. I think
sweet.
that I think that's what it is for me. Every week he comes out and says a whole lot of nothing.
Mhm.
It's
That
the
doesn't
same.
it doesn't really make sense.
Right. It's so like
I
you
think
still want the crowd to love you, bro. And to me, that's the way it's feeling. Like, yeah, I feel that.
yeah. I know with Jay, for me, I think he overachieved. I didn't see him getting this far for me personally. After the Intercontinental belt, I thought the next time he was gonna see gold was as a tag team wrestler. So
Well,
you
that's what
know,
they're saying. They want him back as his tag team, bro. I mean,
well,
those are the
yeah,
rumors.
that's what I saw from the whole time. Like,
Right.
cause
I think it's rumors, but I think Jay is so popular. I think he needs to stay. No pun intended. He
Solo.
needs to stay solo for a while,
they
man.
they
Agreed.
they all they also
He's
made it
doing
a point to
amazing.
show us the New Day watching him lose the belt and talking shit about it too,
Oh, I can't
while
stand
holding the gold. So I mean, and that's a feud that never disappoints. New Day versus Usos. So I think it'll help both of them, both groups.
I don't want to see Jay do it because at the end of the day, they'll probably just be transitional champions for Braun Breaker and Bronson
Bronson.
Reed. Like I think it's a pretty much a foregone conclusion that those guys are gonna win the belt in at least the next couple of months. I don't, so I don't want to see the Usos come together for that. I want to see them come together for uh, a never before seen match before. Like if they came to fight Penta and Ray Phoenix, or Logan and Jake Paul. I would like to see them fight people they never fought before. So
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
don't
If
know if
they
the New
fought
Day's
Penta
ready.
Ray Phoenix and Ray Phoenix and Penta lost, I'm never watching again.
Wait, wait,
There's no way. There's
wait.
no way in
Hey,
Hold up.
hell the
How?
Usos are
Damn.
anywhere better than Ray Phoenix and Penta.
What are you talking about? The Usos are pretty much established as the
No,
greatest
no,
The
tag
they're
team at
good.
least the
I
Usos,
mean,
top
they're
five.
good.
they're
They're
good,
good.
but they're good in the
They don't do no.
WWE
Yeah,
style.
they
But
don't
that's
do no
all they know.
crazy. They don't do.
That's
They do the
The
flying
Super
all they
Kick
cartwheel,
know.
City.
super kicks. They
Super
don't do the
Kick City.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
they
Penta and Ray Phoenix
OVW babies, man.
Penta and
That's
Ray
it.
Phoenix definitely have a better move set, but I mean, you got to give it up to the Usos, man. Like those guys, they put on fantastic tag team
No,
matches.
they
Like
would,
Oh,
but I'm just
yeah.
saying they would
Mm,
lose.
That I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm saying that they should lose to Penta and Phoenix. That's it. That's the better tag team. That's it.
There you go.
I don't
That's
see
it.
it. I don't see it. I think the Usos beat them. The Usos find a way. I think they
Bro,
find a way to
one
win,
on
Well,
one,
of course,
especially.
one on
they're
one,
Samoan in
Penta,
WWE. Of course, they're gonna win.
Penta versus Jay. Yo, Ari, who will win Penta versus Jay?
in a straight up match,
Yeah,
I feel Penta will win.
exactly.
If it
Ray
was just
Phoenix
up to
straight up
wrestling
versus
wrestling capabilities, yeah. Same
yeah.
thing with Ray.
Run the 2K analytics. Run it.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Same thing
Run it
with
five
Ray.
I
times,
But
bro.
mean,
Run it
but
you
the
could
five
thing
only
with the
do
tag
times.
team is
We need the options.
the thing
you
with
could
the
only do it
tag
with
team
so many
is
super
especially
kicks.
with the
Yeah.
Usos, as many times as they won the belt, they're going to know how to win. Being those twin, they're going to know how to win. They don't know how to get it done.
Right.
Y'all
Yeah.
So
They're
do
you
vets.
know
They're
you
Ray
could
vets.
be a
and y'all
better
do know
tag
Ray
team and
and
still
Pence are a
lose.
tag team too, right?
Yeah, but check
They're
it.
a tag team too,
They're
and they've won belts
hermanos,
If
around
I
the
bro.
asked
world.
you if I asked
Yeah.
you who would
They,
win between Penta and Dom, who would you say?
It's Pence all day.
Penta.
Mm.
But in
Penta right
Exactly.
now.
WWE,
But he
in
hasn't been.
WWE, they would
Man,
have it so he
we
would
ain't
win.
talking about
Right.
That's how
WWE.
it
We ain't talking
is.
about AEW. We just talking about who
If
would win,
we're
my nigga.
talking
Like,
wrestling,
stop it,
Well,
man.
so
Stop
where,
all
that's what
this
I'm saying. If
where's
we're
AEW and
talking
everybody at?
wrestling,
WWE.
Everybody's
Like,
in
cut it,
WWE
man.
though.
that's
Right.
Everybody's
that's
in
Got it.
that's
Listen.
WWE.
Penta
Got
that's
it.
and
why
Ray
Styles
Phoenix
comes
have
into
won the
play.
AAA
Yeah,
belts.
but
They've won the
Yeah.
AEW belts together.
CMLL,
Speak on it.
ROH,
CMLL and
Speak
but they
on it.
ain't
TNA.
there
what
though.
about
They're in
yeah,
WWE. We ain't
and
talking about what they did
Now,
MLW,
when they was
MOW.
wrestling
Yeah.
at.
MLW.
We not talking about what they was doing when they wrestled at Publix. They in WWE. Yeah,
At
you know what I'm
Publix.
saying? They're in WWE.
listen, man.
Let's face it.
I have a statement. I have a statement when people talk about WWE. They're the best because they sell out arenas and they have celebrities like Gilbert Gottfried and Bobcat Goldthwait in the crowd. So,
What?
You gonna say Bobcat Goldthwait, man?
Gilbert
God
Gottfried.
damn.
because that's what's
You
important
remember?
to them.
You
You
remember
know what I'm
Bobcat
saying?
in Police
So,
Academy?
so yeah, man. So if we
Come
do it
on,
in
man.
WWE style, the Usos have a chance of winning.
Wait, why are you saying WWE style? The
He
Usos
just
put on
talking
great
crazy.
tag team
He's
matches,
talking
bro.
crazy.
We're not saying
Have
they
The
you
don't put
have
on great
Usos,
matches. We're just saying that they're a better tag. Like
Smith, you wasting your time. They're Latrell James. They just gonna troll you. They gonna troll all day.
It's not.
When they
It's
know
not
we
about
right, they
trolling.
just keep
they're.
trolling.
You
You know what
nah,
I
man.
mean?
When you talk, it's like it's only
the best
AEW,
brother team
When
is
you look at
Shaheem and
WWE,
Ari.
when
The
you look
best
at the
brother team
WWE
is Shaheem and
sucks, and
Ari.
There you
what you
go.
talking about? Like
when
what you
you look
talk?
at when
You
you look
talking
at
about
tag teams around
WWE
the
with
world,
WWE in your
when you
background? That makes no sense. Like
Yeah.
what are you talking
When
about?
you
when
but
What are you talking
listen,
about?
when you look at tag teams around the world, where do you rank the Usos? Where do you rank the Usos tag teams around the world? Motor City Machine Guns are better than them. Who do you rate? Who do you rate better than who? Let's go. I'm waiting.
Motor City.
The Usos are one of the best tag teams in the world, man.
Yes,
And
we say
see,
that.
Ari, they
We
gave me the
say
They
that.
Donald
are.
Trump answer. They gave me the roundaway answer.
They are. I'm looking at the
They're one of the best
Usos.
tag teams in the WWE. In the WWE, there are other people that are like you got the FTR. It's other tag teams out here
Nah,
that'll really
I
give you
love
that work
FTR. I love
that do
FTR.
more than super kick.
I love the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks always put on classic matches.
Yeah, like I
But
understand
you
because
can't
they got the machine behind
but you
them. That
can't
don't mean
you can't disregard the Usos, bro. Like
The
them
Hurt
brothers.
Syndicate is better than the
I
Usos.
We
why
hurt
We hurt
people.
people.
why is it
We
dissing?
hurt
Why is
people.
it dissing the Usos saying that the Pizza and Ray would beat them? I'm just confused.
No, you. I
That's
mean,
how Drake
that's your
fans
opinion.
think.
That's not
Like,
Hey,
putting them
you know what I
down.
mean? What we doing
hey,
here?
That's not putting
What
them
we
hey.
doing
down.
here?
Relax.
Y'all acting like I'm putting them down because I said Phoenix and Pizza would beat them.
I mean, you are kind of trolling. You saying that they're good for WWE. So are you saying that if
Yes.
they fought around the world, they would just be jobbers? If they went to AEW, if
They
they went to
wouldn't be
AEW right now, where would the Usos be? Would they
they would
be?
be one of the best tag teams, but they wouldn't be the best tag team.
So Bobby and Shelton is better than the Usos. That's what you're saying.
The Young Bucks.
I would say no because the Usos got more time in together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
the Young
that don't
Bucks.
make sense. Bobby and Shelton are two solo acts together, so that don't
But
make sense.
they're your AEW tag team champions, right?
Yeah, that means they good enough. But what I'm saying, if they, I mean, we
Good
got
enough in
it's a lot of
AEW,
tag
I
teams.
guess. Good
Yeah.
enough in AEW.
Hey man, throw the shots, man. It's okay. I know when I'm right.
I'm just
I know what I'm
repeating
right
what you're
sounds like.
saying. I'm just repeating what you're
Hmm.
saying.
I know.
Every time you say
So
Hey,
something, you
well,
say
hey,
where would you
in
rank?
WWE world,
Will
in
Osprey's first
WWE
Strickland
world.
say, "Hey, Chad and El Height said Vikingo, hold my beard. Let me show you something."
Hold my Modelo.
Hold my Modelo. Let
Vikingo.
me show
There
you
you go.
something.
With the tahini on the rim, Papa.
Vikingo.
What we talking about, man? All y'all can talk about from the whole weekend was a Mr. Iguana.
Hey.
Shout out Mr. Guan on the
Yeah.
repost.
Shout
Hell
out to
yeah.
Legend. Shout out to the AAA Legend,
Wait,
man.
Hell yeah.
before we move to the next one, who's the best tag team in the world right now? WWE,
Hmm.
AEW,
Dang.
anywhere. Who's the best tag team in the world?
Hmm.
Number one.
Man, right now,
Are you talking about like currently still wrestling?
Yeah, currently still
I would
Okay.
say
wrestling right now.
currently. Hmm.
I ain't gonna, I ain't saying
Only like
I would
three
give
tag
it.
teams in AEW, bro. Come on, man.
I mean, but it's 10 tag teams in WWE, but only two of them gonna win, so it don't matter.
You not picking from
Anyway,
WWE. You're not picking from them.
Uh, it's a lot. You can actually say the Street Profits are up there. You can say, even though they're keeping them separate, Penta and Ray, uh, Bucks. It's a lot out there. It's a lot. Um, if we talking overall, give me Bucks. I'll go with the Bucks.
Okay. Okay,
Hey,
so
hey,
okay.
Ari, the Usos beating the Bucks
I would have picked the Bucks. I don't even know what took you so long to come up with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what took so long, but I would have said the Bucks also.
because there's a lot of tag teams that think through. Okay, okay,
But it's the
just checking,
best. It's the
just
best.
checking.
We're not talking about
Production.
DIY. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about them.
But DIY is a great
They're
tag
not the
team.
best, but they're
No,
not the
no,
best.
they
Yeah.
you had to see them before they got to WWE and
No,
they
but
watered them
nobody,
No,
down.
nobody.
we talking
Listen,
about 18 years ago.
Johnny Gargano. Nobody's trying to watch Johnny Gargano.
Listen,
No.
Facts.
but
Oh
listen
no, no,
too,
I'm with you
Mr.
on that.
Wrestling.
I'm with you on that. I'm totally
and
with you on
and
that.
is
But
and we'll come back to this in another episode. But being a better tag team doesn't always mean that you figure out the way to win. There's a lot of times when you just know how to win.
hmm
I thought the shoot when I was younger, I thought the Rockers was slightly better than Arn and Tully. They was high flyers. They had a great chemistry, but when they fought them Brain Busters, the Brain Busters always figured out a way to win, whether it be cheating or something else. So it's not always
yeah,
who's the best. They had the women's fatal four way tonight that where the winner not to qualify but move to the next round in the King of the Ring tournament. These fatal four way matches are actually the opening round of the King of the Ring tournament. They're not qualifying matches.
Damn,
So
they stole it from Charlotte, dog.
it was Me Chen, Piper Niven, Jade, and Nia Jax. That was the first one.
No, oh, the one
Um,
today though. I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was today. That was the second match. The
Okay, I
first one
missed
was
it
was
then.
was yeah. Jade Cargill actually won that. It was a pretty good match. Actually, Piper Niven. I like the chemistry with Piper Niven and Nia Jax. Piper gave Nia the splash through the barricade outside. Um, she got the upper hand, but Jade came in and gave Piper the Jaded for the win. I don't think that's a big surprise that Jade Cargill was gonna win. It was gonna be either her or Nia Jax. Nia won it last year, and I just feel like Jade. She's the new young energy, and I expect her to go far, if not win the whole King of the Ring. All right, what do you think about Jade winning?
I like Jay winning. My best takeaway though, Piper Nivens and Nia Jax. They kind of gave me like earthquake and typhoon vibes together, like when they was wrestling and helping each other. So I thought that
Yeah.
was funny. But I don't think it's any surprise to anyone that Jay won. Phenomenal athlete. So let's see what I thought we was gonna get to see her in Charlotte, but I guess they pushed that back a little bit more. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting the people that are winning and losing lately. Charlotte is on a real she's on a losing streak for lack of a better term, but it's like she's on a real her comeback has been really lame, and I love Charlotte. I think she deserves better, but her whole comeback, she's putting people over. They had a fatal four way in another opening match for King of the Ring where Alexa Bliss beat Charlotte, Alba Fire, and Candice LeRae. A little bit of controversy at the end of the match. Charlotte had, I think she had Candice LeRae in the figure eight, and Alexa Bliss gave Alpha
nah, Alba
Fire
Fire,
the
other way around.
oh, it was the other way around. Alexa Bliss
Yeah.
gave Alpha Fire the sister Abigail, and while Charlotte had Candice LeRae in the figure eight, it looked like Candice was about to tap. The referee counted 1, 2, 3 with Alexa Bliss getting the victory and Candice tapping probably 2 seconds after Alexa
I thought
Bliss
they were
got the
gonna do
win.
something like it was a controversial, like they tapped at the same time and pinned at the same time. It's the way they
Mm.
did it, but it
Yeah.
wasn't.
The way it looked, yeah.
Because technically speaking, with Charlotte be putting the women in the figure eight, their arms are down on the mat. Like you can actually count them down too, but
Yeah, I
I
thought
guess
she
he
was
didn't
pinning.
did it. Yeah, I would have swore Charlotte was gonna win this one, but I guess they got to give Alexa Bliss some
And
turn or some
and I
burn.
saw I saw a moment that she was calling for a microphone, and then she didn't get the mic, and then she was outside the ring just walking out. Did you see that?
Mm.
Mm-mm.
I didn't catch
I
that.
missed that.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah.
catch that
she
one.
was in the ropes going like this. I guess you know what I'm saying. Like I thought she was in the talk, but
Yeah, her comeback has been very, very underwhelming so far. Charlotte is another one where she needs a really good feud to sink her teeth into. E
Well,
Will,
she
what did you
did win
think
the
about
Rumble.
the
She
outcome?
did win the Rumble. I wouldn't say it's
She won the
lackluster.
Rumble.
She
She won the
won the
Rumble.
Rumble and
Mm.
beat the hell out of Tiffy at WrestleMania. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it was lackluster,
But
I
but
she's been
don't.
losing. She's been losing. She's been losing ever since. Like there's been some matches on SmackDown where she's lost. Um, she didn't qualify. She didn't go far in the King of the Ring tournament. She lost in the first round. You know, she's supposed to be the queen. The queen is supposed to reign supreme in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
To me, it
she'll be all
almost
right.
feels like she's not angry enough. Like, she don't feel like she's living off the fact that she won so many titles already. Like she just feels complacent, and she just needs a little boost. But I was happy Alexa won. I picked her to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, so I was happy that she advanced. It was a cool match. It was a cool match. I was happy to see Candice LeRae because I don't ever really get to see her too much, so I was happy to see her.
Who's gonna be the woman to actually spark that fire with Charlotte? Is it gonna be Jade, or is Jade gonna win Queen of the Ring and focus on Tiffy?
Hmm. It has to be somebody like a Jade or even from NXT, the new Blake Monroe. Somebody like that I can see. Um but yeah, maybe Jade, but not Tiffy yet. I think Tiffy is her final hurdle she would have to climb. I do think the fans will want to see her and Rhea again. I think they both can use that feud actually.
I'm still waiting for her and Charlotte. Like they when she first came to
Hmm.
WWE, they teased that like, okay, cool. I think they
Yep.
should build up a big fucking storyline, some backstage beefing. You know what I'm saying?
With
Like
who?
they
But
dropped.
Rhea and Charlotte?
Yeah,
nah,
that should have been.
I was talking about Cargill.
Oh,
Oh,
Cart. Yeah,
Jade and Charlotte. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's gonna be that might be the
yeah. Because
SummerSlam
wasn't
match.
Jay first appearance? She like walked up on Charlotte
Yeah.
backstage,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
I think they'll have Charlotte job that match too.
I,
I'm
I
not
would
Mm-hmm.
want
saying
to
that
see
I'm
Bianca
not
versus
saying she
Charlotte.
deserves to be Jade. I'm just saying that
Yeah, I would want to see
Charlotte,
Bianca versus
her
Charlotte
coming
because
back, it might be
I would think
just to
Jade
get
gets that
people over.
match.
Listen, Jay about to go be a movie star real quick, so
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
they she
Crazy.
they
Crazy they letting all this now they letting all this talent get their little movie looks in.
Want a piece of that bag, bro?
That's
yeah,
crazy.
man. Shout out to that load management.
Yeah, man. My line we was talking about Tiffy. My line of the match tonight was Naomi when she was talking and she was like, "Yo, you think I'm Boo Boo the Fool?" And people yelling, "What?" and what?" And she looks into the audience and she's like, "Yo, bitch, you heard me." I was cracking up. She was answering the what. Naomi had a good promo segment tonight when she basically threatened Tiffy. She's told Tiffy that when she was going after Nia Jax before, Tiffy was costing her the match, so now she's gonna get her revenge. It's only gonna be a matter of time before she cashes in on Tiffy. which knowing Naomi crazy ass, she might cash in on Io Sky just to throw a little monkey wrench into the thing.
Mm.
But I think it would be poetic justice to see her get some revenge on Tiffy. When do you think that she'll cash it in, Nick?
I would say soon, but I kind of like how Tiffy stood her ground today, though, man, and she kind of called her bluff. She kind of stayed 10 toes, so she's ready for it. You said she could throw a little curveball and hit Io, but I would say soon. Hopefully SummerSlam.
Shout out to Tiffy too. She threw out the first pitch the other day at City Field in Queens, my hometown. For my favorite team in the world, the New York Mets. She threw that first pitch out. It was ugly. Nick, before we close out tonight, let's bring up the 50 Cent throw and
I
let's bring
got
up
you.
the Tiffy throw. Let's see who had
Dom
the
did
better
was
throw.
at the Padres too, and he did the
Yeah.
Padres
Oh, so
toss.
let's bring up Tiffy and let's bring up Dom. We'll see who had the better throw between the two WWE superstars. Um, Monday night, it looks like it's gonna be a really dope match. Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn in the next round of the King of the Ring. Who wins
Mm-hmm.
that, Ari?
I would hope Randy, because
Tandy Orton.
yeah, we don't believe Sammy could beat Gunther. So again, that is, I don't see that happening.
Punta.
Not again. Not again.
Punta.
Yeah, he ain't letting that happen. So I go with
Mm-mm.
Randy RKO
I
out of
I
nowhere.
don't think Randy could beat Gunther. I don't know if Randy could beat Gunther at this point. Smith, you say Randy?
Yeah.
Who you got, E?
I'm going Randy.
Sammy needs to come back with the mask and he'd be good.
El
El Generico.
Generico.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs something, bro.
El
Looking
Generico
forward
could
to
beat
Widescreen.
anybody.
There we go.
There we go. Don he got the
The
belt on
ceremonial
too.
first pitch for Stereo is a WWE superstar Dominic Mysterio. Throughout the ceremonial first pitch for Stereo is a lifelong
Yeah.
He's always
I
wanted
like
the
it.
number 19 Tony Quinn jersey.
Man, look at that watch.
I like it. That wasn't bad. I didn't know Don was a southpaw. I like it.
All right, let's go Tiffy now. We got Tiffy
I
coming
wasn't
up.
mad at that.
Tiffy time.
Holy cow!
Man.
Remember that Bob Uecker movie, Major League? He said just a bit outside.
She's like, oh my gosh. Hey, but that's not what she gets paid to do, so I'll let it slide,
I
Yeah.
mean,
Tiffy.
I mean, it's not like it went short. Like if she would have thrown it down the middle, would have made it.
She got the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
It's
she's a strong woman. So
it's the perk of being a champion. Now Jay's not gonna be able to throw the baseball over the opening pitch.
All she got to say is her shoulder was sore from carrying the gold.
There you go.
There you go.
hey,
Jay
she had
wanted to
daughter
do
wrapped
that
around her waist.
in his hometown.
Uh-huh.
So
That's
yeah,
all right. He'll still get a chance to do it. Um, I agree with you guys too. I think Randy's gonna win it. I think the final is gonna be Randy versus the guy who won
they're gonna
tonight.
do another fatal four way.
Nah, hell no. I'm tired of the. I don't want to see another
Yeah.
fatal four way for the rest of the year, man. But
Nah, they're doing
I,
a
I think I
major
think
fatal.
the finals of the King of the Ring tournament is gonna be Randy Orton versus the guy who won the last match tonight, the main event. It was Cody Rhodes versus Andrade versus Shinsuke versus
Yeah, and
Aleister
I could.
Black. Was it Aleister Black, right?
No, Alistair
He
Black
was
is
in
there.
he was
No,
in one of the
he
matches.
was in the earlier match.
Yeah, he was in the
Oh,
earlier match.
Who was in the
oh, it
other
was
one?
it was Cody, Damian Priest,
There
Shinsuke,
you go.
and Andrade.
El Champion Wepa.
I'm happy to see that Andrade is getting a lot of burn now, man. Like, hey, man, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I
he was
like it.
kicking ass this match.
He was showing some heelish tendencies in this match too. He was double teaming
Yeah, we don't want him
people
here
with
though.
Shinsuke.
We
Listen,
need
I
man,
think
real,
he's
real
better
work
here. I
there.
think he's better here. I think he's
Nah.
better here.
him and Shinsuke was outside the ring shooting rock paper scissors on who was going to take the pin.
I just like him as like the arrogant. He
Yeah,
was popping the shit
but they're
earlier.
liking that. They pop for Andrade. They liking him now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Me and my friends say that the WWE has a division called the looks good and the lost division. He's top 5 in that division. They have him, Mello, and certain dudes that always look good in the loss. You know what I mean? And
He
he's
did
one of
that.
them,
He did
man.
that moonsault. This shit was legend.
Like
Hmm.
he should, like seriously, he should have a faction. He should feature that mask more because that thing is
Yeah,
fire.
the mask is
He
dope.
Like
he he
come to the
did have a
ring in it.
faction. He did have a faction. They took it away from him.
Yeah,
They put him
Selena
When
in the
Selena
Vega.
lose, when
they
she
put him
lose,
in
go back.
El Gato del Fascismo or whatever.
Nah.
They
He's a leader
El
of LIJ
Gado
and
del
he was a leader.
Fantasma.
He's the leader of LIJ in New Japan.
Yeah.
So like
I would love to
he
see
gonna
him
run.
with a faction. That's what I'm saying. I would
Yeah,
love to
it was
see him
him
with a
and
faction as
Roos.
a heel.
Yeah, it was him and Roos.
I don't think anybody thought Cody Rhodes was losing tonight. I thought once they announced Cody, I still think Cody is pretty much the odds on favorite, and you see I got Sting in the background and Cody's dressed like him, but I think
Mhm.
Cody is pretty much the odds on favorite to win the King of the
Defining
Ring
moments.
and fight. Out now I would love it if there's some type of controversy at Night of Champions because John Cena is defending the belt against Night of Champions, and we saw backstage where Cody and CM Punk crossed paths backstage, and Cody was like, "Look, we ain't gonna be separate too much longer. Like we gonna cross paths in that ring sooner or later." And CM Punk said, "Well, after Night of Champions, we'll see who's gonna be chasing who." So I think that was some great foreshadowing. And again, I'm tired of all the triple threat matches and stuff like that, but I would love to see a triple threat match at SummerSlam. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. I think that's a hell of a main event. I think that's something that'll go crazy. Um, all right, what do you think of Cody winning? He won with a Cody cutter off the top rope, which I thought was really dope. What do you think of well, he actually won with the crossroads, the Shinsuke, and he gave the crossroads to Andrade too. But he knocked Damian Priest out of the match with a Cody cutter off the top rope. Thought it was
Adrenaline in my
Mm.
veins.
there it
Something,
was.
something, Cody Rhodes.
There it was. All right, what do you think of Cody's victory?
I mean, I think you said it.
He
It
keep
was
popping in and
E
cool. It
out.
was a cool
E Will,
match.
what do you think of Cody's victory?
I mean, it was cool. I seen it coming. Um, man, I just wish Shinsuke didn't have to take the pins, but shout out to Cody, advancing to the next round.
Well, who
And
was going to take the pin? You know, it wasn't going to be Damian.
oh no, it was what Andrade or Shinsuke, one of them. You know what I mean? But I mean, Cody won, man.
We knew
Cody
it was all
won.
gonna be Cody Rhodes, man. We already said it, man.
Man,
Whoa.
I wish it
But
wasn't so predictable, but yeah, it kind of when they put the matches together, it kind of tells you like, all right, we want this person to.
Bro, I be singing this song too much.
Don't your hair get messed up if you keep bleaching it a lot like that?
Yeah, it's gonna fall out, dog.
Gonna fall out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Uh,
As
You gotta.
he's thinning his hair even more. But I mean, he go to Turkey and fix that, bro.
Yeah.
Cody don't care, man.
I yeah.
Listen,
Uh,
I'm not gonna be the biggest Cody fan until he go heel, man. That shit.
that black
Yeah. He
haired
gotta go
Cody.
snake. He gotta go Metal Gear Solid style.
Black haired
Yeah,
Cody
like
and that.
the white meat baby face is just it's too cheesy for me. You know what I mean?
I
So
like it though sometimes on me.
it's I mean it's cool. The kids love it. Like
Cody
seriously,
is
I be
like
walking around like this sometimes in my house, just but yeah,
Cody
he's
Rhodes.
but you know what it is? It's just that he's
Cody is
such a
doing
great heel.
fantastic.
he is though. He really is.
Like as great as the faces he is, he's an even better heel.
Because I think he truly is an asshole, bro. So yeah, he plays that part really well.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Oh
man.
man.
Cody's a pretty cool guy. The kids love him. He's over. I mean, like besides CM Punk, he's the most popular in WWE. Him,
Hey, do
he's the
you ever
captain.
I
He's the
love
do you,
Cody
captain,
though.
man.
do you ever think we'll get back to a time where it was like even in the Attitude Era, there was baby faces and heels, but they didn't have to be so like corny white faces, like white meat. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to be so like over the
Right.
top. Like when Attitude Era was going on, Hulk Hogan was still trying to be the heel. That's the yellow and red. That's why he went to NWO. Like that yellow and red wasn't working. So
Yeah.
you think it get to a point where Cody's baby face,
It's like it's just
like
too like enough.
yeah, like when do they get tired of it? You think?
Man, I don't know because every time the song pops, yeah, it just makes you want to sing
I
it, bro.
think
So I don't know.
I think you might be the only one that's tired of it, bro.
No,
I
well,
think
I am
I
a real man. Yeah, that's
you
a
know
good
what it
one too,
is too.
bro.
everybody
I
loves
think
Cody.
WWE targets casuals a lot, and when you got casuals coming in and out, the Cody thing is going to be new to them. So it's like it's going to constantly.
I don't know if I agree with that, man, because you look at these arenas and how they selling out and doing these big numbers, like it's not
They're
just
going to sell
casuals
out
coming.
regardless. Like even if
Yeah,
Cody was a heel, they're going to sell out regardless.
but it's not
Like
just
it don't
casuals
matter.
coming though. But it's not just casuals. It's
No, no.
diehard fans. Like people is diehard.
I mean, but they
Especially
So
that,
cater.
especially when the ticket prices are what they are. Yeah, those some
Yeah,
diehards.
but they pricing the diehards out. You know what I'm
I'm a
saying? If in
American.
exchange for to bring the casuals in so they can bring more faces to the product, right? So it's
True.
like
I don't
You're
think they
right.
care who buy the tickets. I think they just want to make sure
actually
that
Right. They
no,
want a
it's
body in
yeah.
sold
that. They
out.
want a body in that seat. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
And
I
then
don't
when
think
you
they
listen to
care.
former executives, they think of the fans as sheep. It's like the Knicks,
Right.
right?
Okay,
And it's this.
Man,
tread
what the
light,
Knicks
So
do?
look,
tread
look.
light.
So check it out.
Watch out.
You know what the WWE is like as far as the Knicks. You know how the Knicks was so bad for so many years, but they still sell out the Garden no matter what. Even though they
Yeah.
was trash,
It's an
they the
NBA because
fan.
it's an NBA game in New
Now,
York.
if the fans took a stand and like stopped going, they would change. They would have changed things up a lot quicker to because they were losing money. But they see the fans as sheep. They going to come anyway. We could be 2-80, and they still gonna come. They
Yep.
still gonna be outside the arena talking about suck my dick, Indiana. Ah, ah, ah. So that's how I think the WWE brass see the fans. No matter what we do, we still gonna tune in, no matter what. So I think
I don't think I agree with that either because they are,
it happens. We
since the
watch trash stuff all the time, and we keep tuning in.
I mean, it's
True.
not
To a
going.
certain
I mean,
extent.
they go every week, bro. They go every week. They go.
Don't they tell us every pay per view this one topped the previous one? They got to throw the numbers at us every
Yeah,
time,
Right.
right?
This one top
So
previous gate.
come on.
they do 5.5 hours every week at the minimum. I'm just kind of
Yeah,
Raw and SmackDown, so
yeah, yeah,
every show is not going to be great. But I think they're trying. I think it's an effort. I think
yeah.
and I disagree. I think Cody
I just
Rhodes
think it
is
needs more balance. Like
how
it has to be more than 6 people that can win matches. It
okay.
literally has to be more than that. Everybody
I
else seems
agree.
hapless. You got these factions where you got one person that's good and then everybody else is just hapless, and it makes Finn look like it makes like I can't explain it. It's just they got to do a better job of building everybody else up. Like we
I agree
got,
with
we
that.
got,
I
you
agree
know what I
with that.
mean?
They have some
It would
really they have a lot of talent.
They
like
do.
Everybody's not gonna win.
I was in Carmelo in NXT. I was excited to see him, but now when I see his name, I know he's going to take the L in the match. So they have to do a better job of that, like balancing out the
I
wins and
agree.
losses.
I agree with
Mm,
that. I don't want to, and I say this a lot on the episodes. I don't want to see Finn Balor, who's such a great wrestler, losing every
Right.
match. I don't want to see AJ Styles, who's a legend, who I wanted to see come to WWE 10 years before he came.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's jobbing out. Whenever he does wrestle, he's not even on that much anymore. But
Unfortunately.
Yo,
you
Finn
know,
Balor created Bullet Club.
But you,
Like,
you you heard what Cody said about the Bullet Club that they weren't doing numbers until he joined.
yeah, yeah,
What do you
he
think?
said that.
Said that in the
I mean,
podcast.
he brought a bigger presence. He brought more
Yeah,
attention because like Bullet Club back then was just it was like I don't want to say like a
No, he
cult or
said
underground
he
thing.
said it was cooler before he
Yeah.
got there, but when he got there,
they
he
started
started
doing
doing
numbers.
numbers, but it wasn't the cooler.
Right,
But yeah,
Because he was on that run. Like, he was on that indie run. He was killing it after
right,
he left.
right.
So he added a lot to it.
who was the best leader? Was it Cody, AJ, or Finn?
I mean, Switchblade was in there too. He was legend.
You come on, Kenny, man.
Yeah,
The
Kenny too.
cleaner.
I love
The
AJ,
cleaner.
bro.
I was just talking about like out of the people that's
Yeah,
in WWE together
I
yeah.
now.
love AJ.
Oh,
AJ
I and
Styles, man.
probably AJ for me.
AJ Styles, 100%, man.
Like Finn created it, but AJ brought a lot more eyes to it.
Prince
Like
Devitt.
that's yeah, like that's when AJ went to New Japan
Yeah,
is when I started following New Japan, and then I went back and was like, okay, this is what's going on.
that dude's
Bad Luck
just
Fale,
Mhm.
Carl Anderson, the Bullet
Microman got
Club.
me watching MLW. Yeah.
MLW is fired.
Have you seen Microman wrestle, Shaheem?
Not yet.
No.
I gotta see
I'm gonna
him.
send you this match of
I'm on it
Microman
now.
versus Enzo Legend.
Oh my god,
Okay, I'm
man!
on it.
certified G.
I'm on it.
I saw
Who else from NLW do the people need to check out for?
I mean, Hammerstone is cool.
Riddle. He's a champ.
I thought Hammerstone was gonna come to
Matt Riddle.
WWE. I
Yeah,
actually thought
he went to TNA and then he's back at MLW now. I don't know what happened.
That that didn't work when I was watching him at TNA. He ain't fit. Like he fit in
It's
MLW.
because he wears the underwear joints, but they're mad baggy.
like a diaper, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Like
like
a
diaper
like
diaper.
vibe.
like he has the look for
Diaper.
WWE. He has a WWE look. You know what I'm
No, he
saying?
has the Vince McMahon 2000
Yeah,
WWE look.
But I can see him and
the
Jordan
Icon Pro
Grace.
look.
I can see him and Jordan Grace being like some type of faction
Oh
together.
man, yeah,
Jordan
man.
Grace.
Hey, the Contra group over there in MLW's fire with Mads Kruger.
Yeah.
Um, it's a lot. Alexander Kane. Um,
They got a
Minoru
few. Remember
Suzuki.
MLW? That's who runs it, owns it. Court Bauer. He used to work for the WWE, but
Mm-hmm.
he discovered like MJF. He discovered MJF. MJF came from
Yep.
there.
Oh
Remember he had
yeah, Richard
Jacob.
Holiday. Yep.
Jacob was their champion for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like
What was MJF faction over there
I
called?
don't remember, but
I know it was him and Richard Holiday and somebody else. But yeah, man. They got some heat over there. They be
What
having the dope. All their pay-per-views be on Saturdays and they be free on YouTube.
yeah,
Live, streaming live.
Damn, that's dope.
Yep.
that's how you bring in the crowd. You got to
Right.
give them the first few hits for free. What do you
Mm.
think, of we got a chance to see MJF, dressed a little bit like MVP this
I
week
like
and
that he didn't have the
teaming
underoos
up.
on.
They leaning into what we said, man. It feel like it's gonna be a split.
Believe for the
And
people.
it feel like MJF is gonna be with MVP, you know. And her syndicate is gonna end up being Shelton, Bobby, and Cedric. Maybe they all go for individual titles, but I think that's what it's gonna end up being. And maybe they add somebody else as a manager, maybe.
Who I was about to say Michael Bivens. What's not
I
Michael
like to see a
Bivens.
girl, a woman.
Okay. Big Swole make the
You know
return.
what? I wouldn't be mad at that. Um, man, maybe Athena. Ooh, throw Athena in there. Yeah, I know she on the 951 day reign. Might be more than that.
She's on that Roman run right now. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
man.
I definitely like it. Matt, I think probably the match of the week to me, man. Not even probably match of the week. Um, Will Ospreay and Swerve. What they go for like close to 45 minutes. I was watching. I was
Yeah,
like,
about
damn.
45.
They didn't went through a lot of television commercial segments, and these boys are still going. You know, blood was in the match. We saw some high flyings go on. I hate that it ended how it ended. It ended in a no decision.
Yeah.
Time limit draw. What do you think of the match, though? E?
I loved it. I loved it. I do like that AEW kind of leans towards draws when they want to keep both people strong in the storyline. Um, I think that's kind of smart. Because they gave us a banger. I have no complaints about the match. Probably my only complaints would be, yeah, probably nothing, man. They killed it as usual, man. Like I said earlier, man, they told Vikingo and Chad, hold my beer, let me show you something, and went out and put on the show, man. And that was it.
What do you think about how it's progressing the storyline? And anybody jump in on this? The Young Bucks came out and they was about to take out Swerve with the spike Reeboks. Will
Mhm.
Ospreay jumped in the way, just proving that he's still down and still loyal to Swerve. He still got that love for him. How do you think that's gonna progress the story? Now is Swerve seeing that his man caught the bullet from him? Is he gonna, come back around a little bit? Or it feels like we gotta see Will Ospreay and Swerve against the Bucks at All In.
Oh yeah, I think we gonna see that. For sure. Um, I do like what's going on. Like you can obviously it's a split in the company. It's TK and Kenny and everybody else, and then there's the Bucks and the Riders and what they trying to accomplish. So I like how all the stories are intertwined with each other. I do think we're gonna get a match with maybe Swerve and Hangman real soon, but they're gonna get that out the way so it could be Swerve, Hangman, and Osprey against the Riders and the Bucks and whoever else, and get things back on track the way it needs to be.
Okay. What about Kenny Omega and Okada? That's another match that's gonna steal any show. Nick, did you catch that one? Did you see Kenny? That interaction. How you like that?
Man, I didn't get to catch any of it, but when I'm kind of catching up on like Instagram, I didn't get to see it live. But yeah, man, Kenny's an OG. I wish I would have got to see it more. So I
Oh,
wish I don't want to speak on it too much. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get back into watching AEW more. As far as my time, man, just cause yeah, I feel like their
you
product,
have 4 hours to spare.
man, not even that. I just felt like for me, I was big into AEW a couple years ago, and like the product got like anything got stale. I went back to WWE, but you know, I need to start focusing on it more and yeah, making that 4 hour block to catching it. But yeah,
Well,
it was cool from when I got to
two
catch.
2 hours once the
Nah, it's
playoffs
2 hours,
over.
Well,
but
2 hours, but yeah, with the
yeah.
finals going on right now, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Who won the game tonight?
I don't even know.
We don't know. We on here. I don't even know what time it is. Let me see
11. Oh,
something.
y'all an hour ahead.
12:45.
12:41.
Okay, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
when I came on here, Indiana was up by 10.
damn. Ari, who won?
Okay, see.
Oh, here we go.
And
Oh
Here we go.
man,
Back
what
from the
is that? Two
dead.
two.
Yeah.
We got what is it? 2-2 now? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
I love it, man. OKC pull this victory out, man. We can't let them boys win, man. We can't do it.
Halliburton, man. I don't know what he doing. I don't. Maybe it's the defense is that good,
We can't do it.
but
E
did he
E
did he score 20 points today? Anybody know?
he's
No.
a every
No.
other game. He's a every other game guy. He's not consistent, so I don't know. But before we wrap up, E, what did you think about Mercedes and Tony Storm at it again. It looked like they was. I thought they was gonna kiss. I was like, okay, I'm here. Let's see what's going on.
They just being entertaining, keeping it interesting, man. Like it to me, it's funny the fact that they set up all that food out there for Mercedes Monet every week, and she don't touch it.
They were talking
She
about
probably
that
don't even
steak
eat
look
that
hella
stuff.
rough.
Yeah, she
Steak
probably
looks
don't.
super well
You're right.
done.
Right.
I saw that.
But then Tony is just eating it. When Tony steals the food, she's just eating it like damn on Tom and Jerry where they used to have them big ass turkey legs or whatever, and they just take a
You
chunk out of it.
right now, you know what this feud is showing me? That Tony is the best overall performer in the business today. That's
Okay.
it. So when PWI has the top 100 wrestlers next year, she should be number one in the men's and the women's list to me, not just women's. If she keeps up this pace, she's on point.
She's got
You
the
know what I
world
mean?
talking about her right now for sure.
Yeah.
She really does.
My man talks shit about wrestling so much, clowns me about it, but he know who Tony Storm is. And he's been following her. He thinks he's the most interesting. He was like, yo, she comes out with the black and white.
Hmm.
Like, I've never seen nothing like that. She thinks she's Marilyn Monroe and
Carrie
Judy
Cross.
Dench.
I mean, she
So
took
and
to me.
people like it.
She took a little bit of the Goldust vibe and
Yeah.
remixed it. But I love it though. I have, you know how they say no notes. I love everything Tony's doing. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Um, I love her matches, but I love just watching her talk.
Yeah, I
I
could
could
watch
just
her
come
talk.
out, like how we love Tupac songs, but I could just sit down for like an hour and just watch Tupac interviews. Like I could just watch it talk. It's captivating, and I'm not comparing Tony and Tupac. Is obvious two different things, but they both mastered it's an actual art of just being so compelling on the mic where people just want to just watch you and just listen to you talk. I think she's doing such a great job by leaps and bounds above everybody. But I do feel that she has forced Mercedes Monet, who to me, Mercedes she's been doing a great job, but she's kind of just been coasting because she hasn't really had that opponent that was like a 360 degrees opponent. She's fought people that could wrestle well in the ring, but not great personalities or maybe not compelling on the microphone. Now she's has somebody that's the total package, and you can see that Tony is actually pulling that greatness out of Mercedes that obviously we know she has. We seen her
Mhm.
do tremendous promos as the boss in WWE and even better in NXT, right? So we know that she could do it, but she really hasn't had that opponent where she got to get that talk game up, like cuz she's really been lapping her opponents, Willow and some of these other ladies when it comes to talking on the mic, but her and Tony Storm, they going head up and hey, if somebody gave me to run a show tonight and said Tony Storm against Mercedes Monet is going to be the main event, I'm with it. I'm staying up, and the people are
It's
going to
gonna be a
stay
good
in the
match.
arena too to see it. So we
Yeah.
gonna see it.
Now, Now, I do got to say she has had worthy opponents, but if you're not knowledgeable about them, you wouldn't know. Like a lot of her Japanese opponents are legends.
No,
They
go ahead.
they used to beat on Asuka and Io Sky. They used to
No,
beat on
no,
them and all of that.
I'm not saying worthy opponents in the ring. I'm talking about somebody who not
On the
just
mic.
great, yeah, not just great in the ring, but actually on the mic. Now, I don't know what they saying in Japanese. They could be killing it. She could be fighting the female Stone Cold Steve Austin
Yeah,
in Japanese on the mic. But I'm saying like here in AEW
yeah,
in the states, she hasn't fought anybody that challenges her on that microphone. She's had tremendous matches.
Yeah.
Even her and Willow matches been crazy. When they fought overseas, so they've had great matches. But I'm just saying, like somebody who's coming with that big talk game, that's gonna
I
cause
got
her
a
to
hot take.
step up.
I don't think she that great on the microphone.
Okay.
I think I think I'll give Mercedes slash Sasha maybe a 4 or 5 out on the mic out of 10. She's a 9, solid 9 everywhere else, 9, 10 everywhere else though. So I think talking isn't one of her strengths. But
I think she steps it up. I think she steps it up when she has somebody strong. Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
when it was her and Bianca, I think her and Bailey, the friendship, they did some really cool things. But
Her and Belly was great. Uh,
she kind of coasts to me when she
yeah,
doesn't have anybody you know that's gonna
yeah.
step it up. All right, what you think about Sasha Mercedes Monet when it comes to her talk game?
Yeah, she cool. She cool on the mic. Like her on the mic.
Yeah, yeah. So all right, so I mean, we gonna see. It's a lot of things that came out this week. I'm looking forward to next week finally seeing Jacob Fatu and Solo meet each other in the ring. Ari, before you came on, we was just saying how disappointed we were that Jacob and Solo weren't in the ring together tonight, coming off of Money in the Bank. I wanted to see a explosive segment. We saw Hikaleo. He debuted on a dark match, so he's there. I wish they would have just saved that. I don't know why you had this guy all of this time on the bench, and the first time we
Over a
see him,
year.
yeah, and the first time we see him is on a dark match on Instagram. I didn't get that one. I thought they should have saved it for him to come out with Impact. Like when Solo brings these guys out, it's always a surprise and it's always an impactful moment. JC Mateo, the Tongans, Jacob Fatu, for him to just debut on the dark match. I thought it was weak. I thought it would have been way better if he would have
He
came
he
out.
got work on that finisher too. He spun the wrong way, I think, by mistake. It looked like it was my mistake. He with his clothesline.
Yeah,
I don't know if you peeped that.
I didn't see the clothesline. I just was like so pissed that they kind of blew it like that. But Solo
Yeah.
Solo he was spitting some facts now. He said, "Yo, I came out to San Francisco. You ain't had nothing going on. I put you in WWE. I helped you get this title." He was spitting some facts before we close out. All right, what did you think about the segment with Solo and Jacob?
It was all right. It wasn't anything too exciting. Like it kind of watering Jacob down a little bit. I don't like it. A lot more energy for, so I'm looking forward to him to kind of pick it back up. But yeah, I thought it was just they didn't have him in the ring. Have Jacob do too much at all, so felt
Yeah,
underwhelmed.
I agree. I thought they should have had those guys together. One thing that I know everybody is cognizant of it, but we got to keep a lookout for it. This guy, Braun Breaker, when he comes to the ring, the dogs are barking. The dogs are barking so loud and so energetically now that you hear the dogs barking before he even gets in the ring. Like watching it on TV, that
Hmm.
he can't even surprise people. Like you hear the dogs barking, just like you hear those yeets. Braun is so over. He's coming in the ring. He's hitting people with the spear, which to me, besides the RKO, I think his spear is the best move in WWE right now. It's my favorite, besides the RKO. But this guy is so popular right now I'm thinking like, did they make a mistake by putting him with Seth and Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed? Because this guy is he's ready to be a star on his own. You could see it every week.
I think storyline, man, it's gonna be get to a point where he got no choice but to break out. And when that time comes, sorry, Cody, but Braun might pass you as the biggest baby face. I think the crowd will go nuts when he becomes a face.
Yeah.
Cody might
Okay.
be able to take an actual break, man, and
Yeah.
chill out for a minute.
Okay. All right. Well, we gonna see, man. Braun Breaker's doing some great things. We had a full week tonight. We'll be back next week. The Rap on Wrestling Podcast, Spiff TV. I think he got
Hey
snatched up
Roman,
by Paul Heyman.
hey Roman,
Roman.
man, don't renegotiate, boy. Keep that 15 million for 6 appearances a year, man. Keep that 15 million for 6 appearances, man. You was already in Fast and the Furious. You got a career outside of here, man. Do your thing, brother.
He wasn't in Fast and the Furious. He was in Jake the spinoff.
One of them, he looked like Aquaman too, so he's straight.
He was
You
in
know what I
Hobbs
Hobbs and
and
mean?
Shaw.
Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
There we go.
There we go, man. So and there we go. We out of here. Nick 816, E Will, Ari Spiff TV.
Gentlemen.
I'm Shaheem Reed, the Rap on Wrestling Podcast. We'll see y'all the next time.
Shout out to Mr. Iguana on the
Make sure
repost.
y'all
Yes,
check that Wu
sir.
Tang tour out too, man. The legends. This is they said this the last tour, so
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
y'all check out Wu Tang.
Yeah, man.